Osiyo! Welcome to Teatime.beauty. We will be talking about today areas of intimacy that require intentional effort. So we're going to have a conversation around intimacy. So the purpose and intention behind this video is just to hold space for the healing person and coming back home to self. Today, just a moment of transparency. Before I even share a personal, intimate moment that I experienced today, my name is Danny. Welcome. And in this channel, we engage in play, we engage in learning different ways to heal, and we hold space for anyone that is healing, any people that hold space for healing, and anyone in need of community of healers. Welcome. Teatime.beauty is a creative playground. And in this conversation around intimacy, I really want to preface this with whatever resonates, take with you, and whatever doesn't, leave it, okay? There is no one size fits all in the conversation around intimacy. Whatever works for you, and it's a beautiful journey to discover what you enjoy and find pleasurable. So another thing to remind you all is to be mindful of any shame, guilt, pressure, and even grief that might come up around this conversation of intimacy, because this is a privileged conversation to have. It is a privilege to know what pleasure means, especially for someone who has experienced trauma. The role to rediscover what pleasure is after a traumatic experience is a very sacred journey. And so, again, whatever resonates, keep it. Whatever doesn't, leave it. Okay, with that said, I've got notes. So we've got four categories. And I want to share this statement with you. So beautiful to take you in. It is so beautiful to take in anything that is pleasurable. Anything that you find pleasurable, it is merely a reflection of you, your beauty, your inner beauty, right? That is why I named my channel Teatime.beauty. We're sipping the tea, we're sharing the tea, and we're seeing beauty reflected in our healing journey. We're seeing our beauty reflected in our creativity. So the four categories around the topic of areas of intimacy that require intentional effort. So we've got emotional, sexual, intellectual, and experiential. So let's start with experiential. So we've got 5 bullet points. So for under experiential intimacy, so this is experiential intimacy. Stepping outside your comfort zone. Traveling to a new place. Engaging in novel, unique experiences. Taking turns picking new foods. Going on different local adventures. So whether you engage in this with yourself or those you love and would like to develop intimacy with, these are some experiential areas of intimacy that require intentional effort and might lead you to the path that may surprise you with the results. Pleasure is one of those things that you just gotta go out there and try it, and if you don't like it, you leave it, and if you do, you keep doing it, right? I also want to share, because this can't be missed, a sense of safety. Do you feel safe, right? So when we're thinking about experiential intimacy, there has to be a foundation of safety, a foundation of trust before we go and try new experiences and go new places and things, right? So just want to share that as well. So next we have intellectual. Again, 5 things. Intellectual intimacy. Safety to have different opinions. So safety to have different opinions. Challenging each other to evolve, even challenging self to evolve. Teaching and learning new things. Engaging in thoughtful conversations. And that can even include self-dialogue. And learning something new, right? Learning something new, and allow that to be a relationship that is being built and strengthened with self. When I learn new things, I am building my relationship with myself. I have to ask myself and inquire with myself, what does this new thing mean? What am I going to do with this new thing? What am I feeling when I'm interacting with this new thing, right? Excuse me. So next we have sexual intimacy. 5 things. Focus on pleasure over performance. So pleasure over performance. Safety to express desires and fantasies. Willingness to experiment. Spending more time in foreplay. And foreplay is the activity before a sexual activity. Putting in efforts to spice things up. So these are sexual areas of intimacy that require intentional effort. And last one, we have emotional. 5 things. Feeling safe to take off the mask. Feeling safe to take off the mask. And what is a mask, you may ask? A mask is a facade. It's a set of perceived characteristics that is shared and put on. It is the opposite of just being. When we are just being, we're not thinking about what other people might think about it, or we're not comparing how we're existing to how other people have perceived us in the past. When we're being, we are simply in touch, in tune, grounded with self. So putting on a mask would be the opposite of that. Putting on a mask would be putting on an act, putting on a show, thinking about others, and prioritizing the opinions of others before self, right? And that shows up in many different ways. Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced putting on a mask. Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced a sense of safety enough to take off the mask. I want to know. We want to know, right? Any conversation we can generate from these topics, these areas, will be a big encourager for someone else who's on their healing journey. So please share, share, share. So, emotional areas of intimacy. Feeling safe to take off the mask. Validating each other's experiences. Validating one's own experiences. So this goes to, how do you internally validate yourself? Do you know how to internally validate yourself? How do you receive external validation? Do you feel you need external validation? Let me know. So, feeling accepted, valued, and adored. consistency in showing up for needs, and safety to confide in self and with others. So, a few last points that might be helpful in engaging in these areas of intimacy. More clear communication, right, with self and others. All of these apply to self and with others, right? Because we are in a relationship with self first, always. Relationship with self first. And then we have relationships with others. So more clear communication, open discussions about boundaries and needs, self-awareness, balance of self-regulation and co-regulation. So what is self-regulation and what is co-regulation? So self-regulation, remember we said we're in a relationship with self. So if I'm in a relationship with self, and here we go, this is a perfect opportunity. So something that happened to me today, I had a panic attack. Today I had a panic attack. And while that was happening, I was not in touch with my external surroundings anymore. That's what happens sometimes. I was disassociated. And so in order to self-regulate, I covered my face. So I had less stimuli coming at me. Because in that moment, I needed help. And in order to help myself, I hid my face and I covered my eyes. And I focused on my breath. Let's take a deep breath together. In through our nose and big HA sigh out through our mouth. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Self-regulation. Breathing, slowing things down, coming down to what really matters, my breath. That's how I self-regulated. Co-regulation was I had someone with me and they helped me by sitting with me until the panic attack was over, and then having a conversation with me, getting me water, right? Asking me what I needed, right? Asking me what did I need to feel safe again, right? Co-regulation. Let me know in the comments if you have any methods that work for you around self-regulation, or what has helped when someone helped you regulate, co-regulation. And lastly, curiosity and seeking understanding. I want to understand. I want to understand myself. Every opportunity is available to me if I see it as an opportunity, right? I seek knowledge, and if I am not ready for knowledge, if I'm not ready for a lesson, if I'm not ready for something, that's okay. I can observe, I can check in with myself, and I move forward accordingly. Because I have built a relationship with myself. I have honored and valued the needs I have around intimacy. So thank you for joining me. Peace to you. This has been a beautiful chat. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. And until the next one.